Gentlemen, there's one last thing to do. It is our one and done. Now, we don't need to give you the full recap, but Jacob, if you have it handy for the standings, we have gone through the fall swing. And Mark, he's taking a screenshot. He's not taking a screenshot. He pulled out his phone to take a photo of the screen for those who are not watching on YouTube.
That's the
YouTube.
That's how people in his age bracket take screenshots. That was a screenshot for him.
I've been married nearly as old as you are, Cal.
I know.
Mark has $4.5 million. That is the lead. Jacob, most improved player, Jacob, $3 million, second place. I'm at 2.6. Greg is at 2.1. He's $10,000 ahead of Coach. Sia Najad, $694,000, and KP. You're doing like the Rory McIlroy. Like I'll see you next year. I'll see you in Florida. Then I'll get started and see what I can do.
Yeah, the problem is I already burned Hovland and Morikawa. I was looking back at some of my picks. I don't feel like I did anything wrong, and it didn't hit. I had Gooch on the week before he won. I just had a bunch of stuff like mismatched. So I'm fine. We're trusting. Yeah.
The only thing you missed was everybody had Hideki and you didn't at the Zozo. That's it.
It's Hideki said he was playing terribly, and
don't listen to that.
It was too good to be true.
Follow through, yeah.
It was too perfect to work out, and then he wins in Japan.
So this week that means either Daniel Berger or Victor Hovland are going to win without their golf clubs. That's
for sure.
That's what's going. They'll be playing rentals from the clubhouse, and they'll win it, no problem. Okay. So let's work our way up here. We are at the Sentry Tournament of Champions. Kyle, since you were at 616,000, you're going to get to go first. Your last two picks were Sam Burns and Scotty Scheffler to round out 2021. How would you like to kick off your new year?
I've got Xander. Xander just crushes at this golf course. Spieth has been the only player that's been better than him over the last 6 years. You know, it's a course that I think Mark said this earlier. We talk a lot about driving here, and it's an advantage. It's a slight advantage to the correlation between driving distance and playing well. It's there, but it's not as much as the correlation between approach shots and playing well. And if you look at the 3 or 4 best guys in this field in terms of approach shots, it's JT, it's Morikawa, it's Hovland, it's Xander. Those are probably your guys. Maybe throw Spieth in there. And I don't know. Xander's played in this event like 4 years in a row, even though he's only won one PGA Tour event, and it was this one. Like he's somehow played in this event 4 straight years and not won anything else on the PGA Tour, which is crazy. So
it's a good point.
I don't know. It feels like a Xander week this week. I mean, he always plays well here. It's just going to be a matter of whether or not he comes away with the win.
Yeah, he got in via the Olympic victory for this time around. That's Kyle Porter going with Xander Schauffele. Sia Nejad just ahead, 694,000, also going with Xander Schauffele. The coach, I called him. He said, I'll take JT. I'll take Justin Thomas in a small field, no-cut event. That's where the majority of Justin Thomas's victories have come from. And I just want to catch real quick. Let me make sure coach has not used. No, he's good. Has not used Justin Thomas. Greg, you're up next. You're at 2.1 million, 63,000. So you're just 10K ahead of coach. You got a goose egg from Kevin Kisner in your last pick at the RSM Classic. Who would you like for this event?
I really liked JT as well. But it's too early to play him. So I, just like Kyle won't be making up any ground on me today. I'm also going with Xander Schauffele. Again, I mentioned how sticky that course history is, how well guys play here often, and Xander does repeatedly. So I love where he is with his game. I've really come full circle after last night's conversation. I had Xander third of the 3 players in the 9K range. And as the more we started talking about it, the more he really kind of came to life for me, and seems like a guy who should have a chance to win again this week. So a big fan of Xander's game, and I think this is a good spot to roll him out.
I will join the party as well. 2.6 million. I'll take Xander Schauffele for all of the reasons, and I think he's got a little bit of a chip on him. Xander's about to have a year. We're about to see a year from Xander in 2022. But each of you at the top, Mark and Jacob, you have not taken Xander Schauffele. You've not taken Justin Thomas. Producer Jacob, you're at $3 million. Come on in here. And tell me who you picked.
We are going to go with P. Reed. I think this is the year of Patrick Reed. I mean, I don't think it's the year of Xander Schauffele. I think he's a little upset. He didn't get onto the Ryder Cup team. He's got a President's Cup team. People have been hollering. I mean, people shout out your boy Xander Schauffele as Captain America. I've heard that name thrown around since winning the Olympics. I'm looking forward to seeing Patrick Reed show up this week. You got the course comp similar to Augusta National. Excited to see what new sponsor he's going to be rocking and then drops a week later. And I'm calling it right here. Patrick Reed.
It is sponsor season.
Look at producer Jacob with the LED bookshelf light.
Yeah.
That's a strong move, sir.
You're matching. I see you got
Same
the matching
color.
red right there.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
Right. Mark, you're currently atop the leaderboard. Where would you like to go here?
Well, I gave some serious thought to Justin Thomas, but he's typically always my play at the Tour Championship. I looked at Xander.
Rory was your play at the Tour Championship.
I did too.
It depends. Well, it depends who's sort of going well through the playoffs. But it's between the two of them. I considered Xander for a long time, but I'm going with a guy who's 1 year before, played really well here before, 25th ranked player in the world. And it's come to my knowledge right now that our producer Jacob's pretty smart. I'm going with Patrick Reed this week because I'm going to make exactly the same play, and I'm going with Reed. I feel like, Greg rightly said he sort of battled the golf swing, but this place, when the wind starts blowing, it's not necessarily about the golf swing. It's about sort of flighting golf balls and playing golf. And Jordan Spieth said this golf course reminds him of Augusta National because you have to be creative off the uneven lies. And Reed is one of those. He's a shot maker, and I feel like he'll play well at a place that he has played well.
I like that it took 2 years for Jacob to do something that Mark thought was smart. we finally got there 2 years later. Patrick Reed for Mark and Jacob, Xander Schauffele for myself, Greg, Sia Najad, and Kyle Porter. Coach is the lone wolf going with Justin Thomas.